Walking with Bartram.
We would have hiked all this last month, had Dix Creek and all. The flood hadn't happened.
Bynum Branch to Sandy Ford.
My name is Douglas Major. I got interested in hiking beginning of this year after having walked and hiked around a few different state parks. I decided that I needed more tranquility. I've been hiking on the Bartram Trail and I hear voices all of a sudden. Coming from the other direction were members of the Blue Ridge Bartram Trail Conservancy. So I decided that I would take the opportunity to follow them on their section hike.
Can't pass this up.
And learned a little bit about a few plants that we passed.
This is a mountain magnolia, and Bartram named it mountain magnolia. And when Andre Michaud sent this species back to his patron and it went to Linnaeus, Linnaeus named it after Fraser. So it became Fraser magnolia or Magnolia fraseri. So a lot of us have just started calling it mountain magnolia instead of Fraser magnolia because we feel like it really belongs to Bartram.
Oh, I see.
Learned a little bit about how to recognize some birds and bird calls.
Scarlet tanager singing. There was a hooded warbler right here. I'm gonna see if it'll come in for us. Y'all can see what it looks like. That's a northern perilous singing. That. There's a scarlet tanager.
There he goes.
Yep.
A pretty grassy vale appears on my right, through which my wandering path led me. Close by the banks of a delightful creek, which sometimes, falling over steps of rocks, glides gently with serpentine meanders through the meadows. William Bartram.
Why does that have to be the Chittuga? Oh, I see.
You only eat the new shoots off of it, like try it.
What is it called?
Smilax or sawbriar.
This is a Randonnaria gigantea.
Yeah, river. Pink shell azalea.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
We're in section 3 of Chattooga.
The Chattooga is a national wild and scenic river. It runs from the headwaters start up in Cashiers, North Carolina, and then it actually runs the border between South Carolina and Georgia all the way down to Lake Tougaloo. Whitewater rafting and outfitting started on the East Coast in the late 60s. When Deliverance was being filmed on the Chittuga River, the founder of Wildwater decided to drive through and check out the river. Saw the film crew there, was able to talk to them, ran a river trip with a bunch of his buddies, and started Wildwater. And that was integral because Deliverance was filmed in '71, came out in '72. Also in '72 was when they introduced whitewater paddle sports into the Olympics. And that just created a huge boom of people wanting to go rafting, people wanting to get on the river. And so all the outfitters started getting together and started reaching out to congressmen, starting to reach out to lobbyists, trying to get the community to kind of back us to be able to make it a wild and scenic river. May 10th, 1974, the Chittuga River was designated wild and scenic. As an outfitter, we love taking people rafting. We love taking people on the water, getting people on the trails, getting them out there so that they can experience what there is to offer. Everybody has a responsibility to protect these wild and scenic places. When you come in for the day, we want you to be able to leave the place the same or better than when you got there. And that's little things like picking up trash. Try to, keep the environment protected so that the fish can still swim. And that's on the trails, that's on the river, that's everywhere.
Since I've started hiking, I really discovered a sense of deep peace and grounding that I had never felt before in my life. It's literally changed the way I think, my perspective on just about everything that I do and see and hear and say in a very good, positive way. And I encourage anyone who's interested in hiking to get out there on the internet, ask a friend or buddy about hiking. Someone is bound to have some experience with it. I encourage you also to check out the Bartram Trail. I love it. I feel like it's become my home away from home, and I think you'll enjoy it very much. Just give it a try.
Join us next time for the third section of our hike, Sandy Ford to War Woman Dell. Connect with us on YouTube or Facebook.